Hey everybody, this is Rick starting over. I'm a little over a month into van life now. So, what are the good points? What are the bad points? What's the overall feeling I have about van life at this point? Um, when you have a house, you are basically stuck in that house. If you have a lousy neighbor or some situation that goes on, you're basically stuck there and you have to deal with it. Now, there's some good and bad in that. I mean, not everything in life you can run away from. You have to deal with people and places and things that aren't to your liking sometimes. But the one great freedom that van life gives me is I can just roll. Okay, whether it's rolling, 100 feet away or rolling 100 miles away, I can roll and get into a new environment. And whereas when you're anchored down to a house, you just can't do that, or a lease at an apartment, you just can't do that. You've sort of got to put up with things. So it's tremendous freedom in that respect. That now I determine where I want to be, and that feeling of freedom is palpable. I sense that, and I like that. Now, so the freedom that you feel, and having your house where you want it to be, is really great. It's really great, and I think that's the overriding feeling I have. When I'm sleeping in the van, I feel good. I feel good. Whereas when I was sleeping in my house, I'm in this house, I'm in this neighborhood, it's never going to change. Wasn't real happy, so I made the move. Okay. Now, the major downside that I see is, well, there are lots of downsides, but one of them is a schedule. Human beings like a schedule. I'm no different. I like to do things at a particular time. I like to be somewhere at a particular time. But the responsibility in van life to set up a schedule is your own. Okay? No one's going to do it for you. So that's one. Number two, getting used to the small space. I mean, the space is small. It always seems like I have too much stuff. And most people, if they saw the amount of stuff I had, they'd say, you don't have a lot of stuff. But it's a very small space, and it has to be organized. And you do have to be an organized person to make van life work. To a certain extent, you have to be organized. So, I guess I would describe myself as tidy. Everything's got to be where I can find it. And that's my definition of being organized. So I'm getting there. But anyway, those are just a few thoughts about the price that you have to pay and the benefit of freedom that you get when you live in this van life. And I think the freedom far outweighs the prices that I have to pay in terms of a learning curve. I guess that's what I wanted to say. There is a learning curve that is a price to pay because it takes a while to get your bearings, to get your paperwork right, to figure out your mail, to at some point to make some friends or to get into a relationship or to get a pet. There are a lot of things to consider. So there's a learning curve. And everyone has their own learning curve. I have mine. Sometimes sometimes I'm a little hard on myself about the learning curve. But it's only been a little over a month that I'm in van life, so I'm giving myself some slack. I think I'm doing okay. So, at over a month in van life, I'm happy with the decision. It was a tough decision, but I'm learning. My learning curve is not so steep anymore. And overall, I would say van life is worth trying. It's obviously not all positives. It's not all scenic views and grand times. There's struggling. There's paying for things. There's figuring out how to get here and how to get there, and showers and going to the bathroom and a whole bunch of stuff. But overall, I'm enthusiastic. I'm optimistic. This is Rick starting over. Please like and subscribe if you're so inclined. I really do appreciate it. And thank you. Till next time.